Hello everyone, I'm Captain Logan. Welcome back to Cap Can't Play. Today I'm going to play another game from my childhood. This is Cool Spot on the Sega Genesis, a game that was a third-party thing that was on both Genesis and Super Nintendo, but I played it more on Genesis. It's essentially the same game in both places. I think it's one of those things where sound effects are a little bit different and such, and the Super Nintendo version is probably slightly superior, like with most things, but I played this more on Genesis, so I thought I would do it that way. I haven't played this in a long time. I don't know how far we'll get, but let's go ahead and get the game started, shall we? So here it is. Pop up here in a second. Here is Cool Spot. He's riding his 7-Up bottle. If you're not familiar with this character, this was one of these kind of shameless mascots that a lot of companies in the 90s had, that several got their own video games and I want to say cartoons and things, but it's mostly just kind of merchandising and video games. Chester Cheetah had stuff as well, but the Cool Spot stuff was surprisingly well made, a lot of it, and I just always thought the character was cute and fun, and I liked the commercials growing up, and it was a thing I always thought of myself as kind of a fan of, which I guess is weird because it's just, again, a shameless product placement kind of thing, but it was just a real simple, kind of fun character, and I've got a lot of nostalgia for it. It goes back to my earliest days, I guess. I have a little bit of a Cool Spot collection, and I've kind of wanted to go back and get some more things. I have a Cool Spot phone that's really cool. Brandon bought me a couple years ago, and I have a clock, and I have every Cool Spot game, which I bought, the ones I didn't have anyway, for a video I did a few years ago. A quick plug for that. I did a retrospective on the Cool Spot commercials and reviews of all of the games. But yeah, let's go ahead and play it. So I'm gonna go ahead and put this on easy, just so that we can see more of the game. I can play it on medium, but I don't think we'll get as far, and it'll be a little bit more tedious because we'll have to collect more spots. So you are a sentient spot running around collecting other spots. It's a little bit strange. It's sort of like if Sonic was a ring. Anyway, here we go. Let's get right into it. As always, guys, let me know if my audio balance is okay. Hopefully you guys can hear the music and sound effects okay, but it won't overpower me. I like the soundtrack in this quite a bit. It's one of the reasons I like playing this game. Quality for a thing like this is just better than you might expect. I don't know why I can't jump up that high. I didn't really test this out before I started. Well, come on. Get up there. What's going on? Oh, weird. Okay. So yeah, Spot doesn't really have a double jump, but I guess if you press the jump button again, as if you're going to do a double jump, he gets a little higher. It's been quite a while since I've done this. This is one of the platformers I played the most when I was a kid, and I know I'm not alone in that. There are some game reviewers and commentators on YouTube that I watch somewhat frequently that also speak highly of this game and use a lot of gameplay footage for it. Geek Critique uses Cool Spot quite a bit. Welcome if you're watching live. How's it going, everybody? There's SS Jerry. What happened to the Captain Logan game show? Is that continuing? Yes, we just haven't gotten around to doing a second episode yet. Time's really gotten away from us on that. I meant to do that months ago, honestly. But we're going to bring that back in September is the plan right now. And if I can remember to do it, early August, we'll put out a call for contestants for that and try to put that together. I would do it next month, but we're doing request month, and I gotta focus on that. So yeah, already done with our first level here. You've just gotta get your, 20 spots? 30. You gotta get your 30 spots, and then you rescue your spot friend. That's all you gotta do. Game gets a little mazy a little bit later. Sometimes it gets difficult to find where you're going. But yeah, I thought if we played it on easy, we wouldn't have to spend quite as much time running around trying to find remaining excess spots. Yeah, maybe this is another one of those soundtracks that sounds a little bit better on Super Nintendo. I'm starting to think maybe we should have just played it that way, but... part of this was just self-indulgent nostalgia on my part. And also, I just thought it was weird that I hadn't done this yet for a Cap Can't Play. Or the old Platforming Hour show, or however you like it. Whatever moniker I'm using for playing video games. This will be one of those games probably where you'll go, why does it say Cap Can't Play? He's doing fine. But that's what I call most of my game streams now. Especially because usually I crash and burn somewhere. And it becomes an exercise in embarrassment. One of the things I always thought was neat about this game is the way the life bar is handled, where it's just Spot's face and it slowly deteriorates and folds down on itself as he gets hit. And you get a decent number of hits before you die, which is nice. This would be a terrible game with one-hit deaths, certainly. Fun attention to detail in the backgrounds. I particularly like... see, I gotta drink 7-Up, and then I get all my life back. I particularly like, in this level, the fish skeletons. That's fun. A lot of moving things in the background, and I think we end up with irritating foreground things here and there in this game, too, if memory serves. Like, we had Donkey Kong Country. Maybe not. We'll find out. But there are places where there's a little bit of a motion sickness problem in this game. Brightburn, thanks for the super chat. Do Patriot games next in the near future, please. He's talking about a movie that he's requested. Brightburn, I appreciate the super chat, man, but you don't have to remind me of your request with more donation. That is cool of you, but I will get to it, man. You're in the sequence. I've got you in there. Jurassic Plague is already on demand. Oh, shocking. And Lightyear is coming August 3rd, Disney Plus. So I won't go to the theater to see that. I'll probably just watch it at home and maybe do a quick review. Thank you for the information there. Appreciate it. Dagos. Whoa! Look at that cool spot! Thanks, folks that stuck around late last night and watched me read a Spawn comic. That was a ton of fun. I really enjoyed that format of reading and critiquing simultaneously. I want to do some more things like that. And I think we had a pretty good proof of concept with that. I am kicking around doing Last Ronin that way. I just read that a few days ago, and I've been meaning to review it. And I'm trying to decide if I'm going to do a traditional review for that, or if I'm going to do a few videos. I almost said short, but they probably wouldn't be. And go through it with a fine-tooth comb like that, page by page. I think that could be fun, especially for folks that haven't gotten a chance to read it. I certainly wouldn't recommend, if I do videos like that, ever using that as, you know, the only way to consume the material. Oh, I'm dead. I missed a 7-Up earlier. I just wasn't able to get to it. But it wouldn't be a Cap Can't Play if I got through the whole thing without dying. Or getting lost. I think we'll have some of that later as well. But yeah, if I do that, there's a lot of ifs here, but if I like the yo-yo. If I end up doing Last Ronin that way, and if you haven't read that book yet, make sure, you know, you owe it to yourself. Oh, look at that. There's no possible way to get that. To read it on your own as well. That is, Ninja Turtles. It's kind of Ninja Turtles' answer to Dark Knight Returns or Old Man Logan. Finished up earlier this year. It's 5 issues and was plotted by Eastman and Laird. All the advertising made a big deal out of it being their comeback, which I thought was a little misleading, because it made it seem like they were drawing together again, which they didn't do. But they did plot it together, and they were each more involved than I thought they were, so that's good. Cowabunga with a bunch of exclamation points. Welcome. This game just gave me a cool idea. I want to mix old school game music with grunge. That's a good idea. Oh, cool. I got an extra man, an extra life, which I can use because I just lost one. Now we're going to shoot some mice throwing cheese at us. I do remember that. This is a funky track. Bum, 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 ba-da. Yeah, I would call this stuff kind of 80s pop before I'd call it anything, I think. It's got a little bit of that Sonic tradition where it's kind of going to something maybe Michael Jackson-esque. You can bounce off of the mouse traps, which is fun. You can get caught in them and get hurt, but if you bounce off them in the right place, it just lets you kind of launch yourself, which I always do just because I can. Which in video games is sometimes enough of a reason to do anything. I don't know why these guys want me dead so much. Like, they're wearing PJs. Just go back to bed. Just go back to bed! And then I gotta kill these spiders before I end up with irradiated spider powers. Although that could come in handy right now. The cool spot could walk in the walls. Then he'd be in good company with Knuckles. But yeah, to something I was saying earlier, I was kind of just surprised that I'd never done this game, because a lot of my favorite childhood platformers I tackled when I was doing the platforming hour. And I would bring that moniker back, except sometimes I want to play longer than an hour. So, might as well just call the whole kit and caboodle Cap Can't Play, because I can. And then, hey look, if you lost your keys, there they are. And then I can just do, mostly platformers, if I want to. Because, it's my channel. And you might not care about platformers, but I do. See, it's what I like to play. Specifically 2D platformers. Because I've never been the best at 3D platformers, most of them. Although we should do a Mario Galaxy playthrough on here at some point. That'd be fun. 2 specifically. Come on! Go away, you stupid mice. I mentioned earlier motion sickness. I mentioned that because of that boat that was behind us. It was kind of moving up and down slightly. Later on, there's going to be a level where you might have to look away a little bit if we get that far. Boy, that made me nauseous when I was a kid. The train level. The toy. I think it's toy train. Let's see what folks are saying here in the comments. Hey Cap, is your Mugen fighting game version available anywhere? It is not. I have not come up with a way to make that available. I'm sure I could. I just haven't really looked into it. But yeah, remind me again if I don't mention that in the coming days, and I'll try to put something together for that. I need to figure out. I don't know. I'm tech illiterate, and I've never zipped anything myself, and I think I would just have to offer it as a zip file, so you could have all the pieces of it. It's not very well balanced. Bits of it are kind of broken. I don't know if you actually want to play it, but it is fun. I haven't touched it really since I built it. As far as the code, like. I have played it here and there, but I would have to kind of reteach myself how to even deal with the files, because it's been so long since I did that. Is it 2 years now? I think it has been 2 years since I built that. I did that during the lockdown in 2020. Brightburns, another $5 super chat. Oh, sorry, by the way. Oh, don't worry about it. I want a giveaway Dude gave me a 40-buck code for a gamer supplement drink mix pack. Okay, that's cool. Neat. As is Jerry, does it interest you at all to see Christian Bale as a supervillain? I think he's perfect casting for that role, and not just a supervillain. Like, I love Gore the God Butcher. I read that Thor run, or that arc, and the one after it anyway. How much farther did I get? I mean, I read some of the female Thor stuff as well, but yeah, Jason Aaron's Thor is spectacular. But I don't trust that director and that material with it, certainly. I've not seen that. I don't wanna, but that doesn't mean I won't. I have not decided yet what I'm doing with that, so for those of you that are still wondering why I haven't put up a video on that, obviously I've gotten tons of requests for it, and I usually review all the MCU movies when they come out. If I don't go, it will be the first one I've skipped in the theater, besides Black Widow, but that doesn't really count because that wasn't really in the theater. Maybe it got a little bit of a run after it was out on Disney Plus. I'm not even sure. Like, was there ever a point where you could see that movie? Sorry, it took me a minute to come up with... One second. It took me a minute to come up with her name. I kept thinking Black Canary. I would love a Black Canary movie. Black Widow, Cap. Widow. As a Jerry, wait, that was 2 years ago? Yeah, I know, right? The heck does the time go? Okay, waiting around. So this is the first legitimately kind of difficult level, or can be difficult. And it cheats a little bit in order to be difficult. This is one of the places I didn't remember these frogs spitting. They must not be in the Super Nintendo version. I don't remember there being a frog there. Weird. Okay. Well, I guess I'll go get the 7-Up. But yeah, this level's a little unfair because of the way the camera moves with you. It's irritating. So there's some challenging platforming just because of leaps of faith and having to kind of remember where the thing is under you. So, like, I say leaps of faith. Sometimes you can see the thing you're about to jump on, but, like, this one you can't. Like, you can jump forward for a second and be like, okay, that's where that lily pad is. And then jump forward and hope you make it. And also, they're spaced such where you can just barely land on some of them. Like, and that's not fair. I don't remember these frogs. And what are they doing in easy mode anyway? Again, I debated going ahead and doing medium just because, I mean, I know this game and I've played it quite a bit, but I wanted you guys to get to see a little bit more of it. So you really gotta time these flying saucers because they dump you out. Okay, so do I jump to the left here? I can't even remember. Let's see. Yeah, if I can jump, I'm already dead. That happens sometimes with this level too, where you'll jump and it just doesn't quite register depending on where you're standing. I bet a lot of people played this game and were like, oh, you know what, this is actually surprisingly playable, I'm enjoying this, and then got to this level and went, okay, nope, here we go. Here's that cheap nonsense I was expecting. But don't worry, because there's some great stuff later in the game. It's still worth playing. And, like, this is a fun level. I just don't like that about it. I don't remember these bubbles having lines in them like that. That must also be a Genesis thing. Alright, got my marker, so that's good. My checkpoint. When I was a kid, we always called those markers. But I guess technically they're checkpoints. See, like, you can barely see that bubble. I know, I'm going. He's got that Sonic thing where he gets irritated if you don't move on. Gets impatient on you. Spot for the NES was just a cool Spot-themed version of the board game Othello, which I always really enjoyed playing with my dad. Ooh, that was lucky. And I might bring in Jason or somebody at some point and do that just for the heck of it. That will get 0 views. Oh! I thought I was alright there. Now I gotta go all the way around. Sucks. Sucks! Alright, here we go. Yeah, I have been in the mood to do more of this kind of thing lately. And yeah, like, you can duck down and see what's under you, and you can see what's above you, but there's not really any way... I don't think... Yeah, well, an LNR wouldn't do anything anyway, because it's a Genesis game. What am I talking about? I keep kind of forgetting I'm not playing the Super Nintendo version. Okay, bounce. Jump. It helps if you say what you're doing. Oh, come on. Seriously? This gets tedious. Alright, going back around again. I was dreading this part. When I decided to sit down and play this, I was like, I know there's gonna be that lily pad nonsense, but let's do it anyway. Rubber ducky, you're the one. You make cool spot, lots of fun. Ostensibly. If I had, like, unlimited lives, I would just die on purpose, because then I'd wind back up at my last checkpoint. Okay, so I've got to reach that one. Here we go. Nope. I need kind of a running start here. There we go. Just hoping for a checkpoint here pretty soon. I did it again. I thought you could kind of gauge where that was based on the wires. And that wasn't really working for me. I guess the wires were holding it in a different place than I thought. Okay, well, hopefully it only takes one more time around. You know what? I feel good about this because I'm making, once again, the title ring true. Oh, Cap, you suck at video games. Stop torturing us. Well, I mean, you don't have to watch, but yeah, if you want to point and stare, that's it's your prerogative. Just tired of doing these difficult jumps. Come on now. It's getting kind of overly cocky up here, I think, because I'm used to getting in that and just riding over a little bit and dropping. And I guess I'm not going to do that this time. Let's see. No, I think I've got to, though. Nah, it sucks. I'm just going to kill myself. Hopefully that doesn't end up being a mistake. But that way I'm up here again. I say that. Were we moving to the right? I think so. SS Jerry, yeah, Cap, I saw it in theaters. Sorry, saw what in theaters? Are we talking? You talking about Black Widow? Talking about Black Canary? You couldn't possibly have seen Black Canary in the theater. That's not a movie. But it should be. There we go. I'm glad I killed myself. That was a good move. Good move, Neil. Sorry, Cap, I want a Brightburn cinematic universe. I really like the idea of the tease other villains, and if they got movies, too. Oh, okay, well, that's also your prerogative. I mean, I guess it's not unsalvageable. Like, maybe you could make some decent movies out of some of those characters, but I wouldn't want to ever have to go back and watch that first one again. Dreading that rewind. Okay, so this is the first really mazy level. You can get lost in here. You gotta be careful with that green stuff, because it'll hit you. Where'd it go? Missed that 7-Up, I don't know where it was. Already I'm like, which way should I go here? I don't know if I can climb this. Oh yeah, I can. Cool. It's always a risk to try to shoot straight down like that, because you might not be able to kill a thing before you land on the bottom. Again, some kind of fun details in this room. The sunglasses, the house of cards, which you can't knock down. I'm gonna be lucky if I get through this without dying, though. Nice thing about playing on easy mode is you don't really have to worry about not finding enough spots. You can kind of just concentrate on not dying, and if you're concentrating on that, and figuring out where to go. These guys look like they came out of MST3K. Well, I guess I can just shoot down, can't I? That helps. Yeah, there we go. Okay, well, at some point I'm gonna kill that thing. There we go, that helps. Especially since I'm still getting hit here. There's just so much stuff that can kill you. And hard mode, medium and hard mode don't just add the number of spots you have to collect. I think they also put more enemies on the screen. Oh, man. Again, sometimes the jump doesn't quite register. You might think I'm just making excuses, but it really doesn't. I don't know why I'm shooting at a diagonal here. It's weird. Can we quit it with the flying saucers? I hate them. There we go. Let's get chattering teeth. Now we feel like we're in an Arkham game. Couldn't make that jump. Couldn't make it to save my life. Oh, I'm dead. But at least I got an extra life at the end of that last level. That doesn't usually happen for me. Maybe that's also easier to do on easy mode, but where my points are good enough to get, or time, or whatever it is that indicates it. I'm not even totally sure at the end of a level where you're climbing up and it lets you get an extra life. Stop hiding! Yeah, I think this is what I was thinking of when I said there's stuff in the foreground. I guess it's more than I'm in the background, yeah? I'm gonna go up to the right, I think. It's really hard to shoot those without getting hit. At least I'll have a marker here, even if I get killed. This was always the level, I think, where I died the most. Oh, good! I mean, I say that, maybe not, because there's a number of 7-Up bottles, which is nice. But if you've not seen this game before, do you agree that this is... the quality of this is kind of surprising for a mascot game? You know, it's kind of like a movie tie-in game or a TV show tie-in game, where you kind of expect it to just be a cash-in sort of thing. With mascots in particular, you kind of expect the wrong company to get the license. Somebody that just doesn't even really know how to make video games, or what people find engaging and fun and challenging as opposed to just tedious and irritating. And don't get me wrong, some of those elements, as we've seen already, are in this game, but it's not as bad as a lot of other things. And what's fun about it mostly makes up for it. Thanks for joining me if you just got here. I'm just playing some Cool Spot this afternoon. Why? Because I've never done a video on it. Or at least I've not done a live stream video on it. Again, check out my Cool Spot retrospective that I did several years ago. It's a fun video. Well, I've died twice already. That's not good. One thing I don't like about these checkpoints is, and this is what will get me lost, is I'm not always aware of whether I was going right or left. Sonic can have that to some degree. I guess it is nice that I had a arrow right there, but that doesn't always happen. But yeah, Sonic can have that problem. It's just not always about going to the right. And you wouldn't want it to be just about going to the right because it's boring. On the other hand, if it was, it would be easier to find your way around. Obviously. For obvious reasons. How long have we been streaming here? Half an hour! Am I at a dead end here? Yes, I'm at a dead end. Okay. So now I'm like, do I need to go down? An arrow somewhere would be good. Why does this song sound like it has a cat call in it in the middle? Just suddenly half sensual for no good reason. Okay, here we go. Yeah, got it. Cool. And I think after this might be the fun level where you're... that I think actually uses that music right there, where you start spinning down slides, but I'm not sure. Get it, get it! No, I was right there. I hate that. Radical Rails, I think that's the level. Yeah. This is kind of bonus level-y, but it's not a bonus level. I hope we get the bonus level, though, where you're inside a 7-Up bottle, like a 2-liter bottle. It's fun and it has the best music in the game. Oh, cool. That's the level, I mentioned Geek Critique earlier, that he's a channel I like, and that's the level he tends to use from this game when he's using game footage. Just to say, here's fun things that existed in the 90s. I could have just stayed in that decade. That would have been okay. Nah, I'm kidding. There's some great stuff afterwards, obviously. But there's a lot of timeless stuff or things that hold up pretty well from the time I grew up in. I am not figuring out how to get out of the bottom of this. This is suddenly not as much fun as I'm remembering it, this particular level, because I'm just having to, like, climb up a down slide right now. Alright, I shouldn't say down slide, I guess slides are always down. What the hell am I talking about? Alright, here we go. There we go. An elevator. You gotta get up high so that there's somewhere to slide. I'm just gonna wind up in all the same places I ended up already. Just gotta get enough spots here. It ain't rocket science, Spot. Just get all the things that look like you, but don't make silly sound effects. And wear sunglasses. And have 4 fingers and shoes. That's a watch. Okay, I don't know where the cage is in here. Could take a while to find that. Let's see what folks are saying. Oh, nothing. Nobody wants to talk. It's like lunchtime. People are probably like eating a hamburger and just have this on in the background going. I mean, there's probably something better on YouTube or on TV right now, but guess I'll just leave whatever this is on. Thanks for doing that. Thanks for leaving whatever this is on. We could be here a while. I don't know where this cage is. Up a little higher. Right that up a little bit. I'm gonna assume it's pretty far to the right, but I'm gonna be annoyed if we explore this whole area and it turns out it was like further toward the beginning or something. Well, that didn't work. No, it did not. How long have I been in here? 3 minutes? It feels like an eternity. It really does. I'm just gonna go elevator after elevator here. Hi, SS Jerry. Thanks for chatting with me, man. Do you like the idea of MCU switching to a different universe for some phases? and establishing different heroes not in the current MCU. I don't know that that's real smart business-wise, because I don't know if the general public would get invested enough in another universe for an entire phase or, you know, a long period of time. But I think doing whole movies in different universes could be fine as kind of what-if sorts of things. If you develop different pockets, though, like if you did, you know, mutants in a different universe, but not in ours. And I don't suspect that's what they'll do, but I'm just saying, as an example. There it is! Found it, found it, found it! Just gotta get up there. Got it. I think you have to hit it more times if you play in medium and hard, but I might be wrong. SSGRA maybe one day creating another huge event like Endgame. Well, that's inevitable. And I would argue that so many of their movies are event movies that they are kind of going to keep doing that to various degrees. And it'll probably just be up to you to decide how close to Endgame they got, unless we're just talking about like using every character they're currently dealing with in a project. But I feel like at the end of the day, we kind of treated No Way Home that way, just because it's another crossover thing with a bunch of characters from different things all together, and the stakes are huge. And I'm not saying that that's the same sort of ambition for a project. And now we're back in this area. I forgot that we had to do another level that looked like this. That's irritating, and I don't like it. I don't love repeating backgrounds in games like this. I think sometimes it's warranted. I guess it just depends on whether it feels like it's padding it out, right? Because, I mean, like, obviously, Mario games do that. I guess here it just feels weird because we haven't done it yet. I mean, we've seen 5 levels, and now suddenly we're repeating. Oh, he means if, like, other universes would also do the giant... I wouldn't put it past them. To try to do an in-game for another universe, given how oversaturated the whole thing is right now. But that's assuming that they don't learn their lesson from that and start scaling things back when people get less interested in the whole thing because there's too much of it, or because they're perceiving some of it to be mediocre, which does seem to be happening with quite a few people. I don't know how or if it's affecting their bottom line yet, but... Again, I don't know that that would be the smartest choice, although, saying this in hindsight, you certainly could have started exploring a different universe with variant versions of characters that we're familiar with already. I guess you'd have to make them played by different actors, and I don't know if people would accept that, but I think if you did it well, they would, certainly. But what I was going to say is, you could have done that on the TV side. You could have said, like, Disney Plus, instead of... I'm not saying they should have done this, it's just, it would have been a way to handle it, maybe. I've never had this thought before, but you could go, well, Disney Plus is going to be in, you know, this other universe, Earth, number whatever, take your pick, and then the movies are going to continue in the universe that we're already invested in, and then you could do some big crossover thing in either place, maybe, you know, like an Avengers or a Defenders or something. Okay, I got a marker up there, so at least I know I'm going the right way. I'm not sure how I'm going to get up there, though. At least we added a new enemy or two here. That's pointing down. See, I remember this level being strange because some of the arrows are misleading. We'll say go down, but I was seeing a marker farther up, and then here's one, so I won't worry about that other one now. And it's also multiple paths. You ever fought an eraser in a video game? I have. I just did it. And now that's pointing down. Alright. I'm gonna die. I'm gonna die. Yes, I am. But not before I get my fizzy revenge on some of these enemies. Chibihaga, Marvel Studios just trademarked a number of potential titles. Avengers Secret Wars, Kang Dynasty, Captain America New World Order. Yeah, somebody mentioned that might be the name of the new Captain America movie with Falcon. Thunderbolts, which I guess has been kind of in the works for a while, and Multiverse Saga. Okay. I guess I shouldn't be surprised by that or any of that, but I don't know. I think the whole thing is getting very oversaturated and kind of off the rails, and I'm interested to see if people stay invested or not. And hopefully all that stuff is great, but I'm a little burnt out, I'm not gonna lie. I'm enjoying what I'm enjoying, but having a hard time staying caught up on everything, or still wanting to stay caught up. This is gonna take a while, folks. I always get lost in here. Like, I was liking Miss Marvel okay, and didn't even think I wanted to watch that. Watched the first episode, thought it was solid. Watched the second episode, thought it was solid. I think I started in on 3, and then I forgot about it, because I was doing other things. I just keep doing that with things. Even stuff I'm liking, I'm doing that with. There's just too much stuff vying for our attention. And also, you know, I got kids to play with, videos to make, comics to read. I need to read more books. I read the first 100 pages or so of Marvel The Untold Story in preparation for the Captain Logan show I did last week about Jack Kirby, and that was refreshing just to sit down and read again. I haven't been doing enough of that. Okay, hopefully we're making progress here, and we're not just seeing the end of the level. It's not really the end of the level, you know what I'm saying? Oh wait, yeah, that might be what's going on, because there's a marker. Where is the cage? Come on, Christopher Pike, where are you? I hate this area. I hate it. I just have to just futz around in here until I find the exit. I imagine that's what being in the Matrix is like. Is this that marker we were trying to get earlier and couldn't get up to? I think it might be. It's not gonna be like a helpful one to get, but... Okay. Well, happy Friday, folks. I hope you have fun plans for your weekend. I'm gonna hang out with Brandon tonight. I don't know what we're doing yet. We might watch that 80s sci-fi documentary that I've been meaning to see and was waiting on Brandon for. But I'm not sure yet. And then my kids have a birthday party this weekend. 3 of my 5 kids. Their birthdays were all last week. Jason, or Freddie, pardon me, Mikey and the twins all had a birthday the same week. And we're just now getting to their party this weekend. So that'll be fun. I'm excited for them to see their presents. I got some cool stuff. Okay, I'm really sick of this now. I don't want to do this anymore. I don't want to do this level anymore. I mean, I'm having fun with this game. I just want out of this level. I want out. I want out. I'm gonna die probably too. Any hints at all level about where? Oh, good. That's good. About where the stupid. There it is. Found it. Yes. Awesome. Looks like a few more people just popped in. Hey guys, we're playing Cool Spot. A surprisingly good mascot game. Yes, from my childhood. I don't know why 7-Up ever moved away from Cool Spot. I don't know if I talked about that earlier, but I don't know the story there. It always seemed like they just got kind of tired of it. Okay, I'm going to warn everybody. This is the motion sickness level. When I was a kid, I got really sick one week and was super sick to my stomach. I couldn't eat at all for like a whole week. I just couldn't keep anything down. And I spent a lot of time just playing video games. And I couldn't, once I got to this level, I couldn't do it because I was so queasy. And some of you guys might have a similar experience. So feel free to look away or shut the video off because this is another one of those things where God, I don't want to do this. Oh. Some of the challenge of this level is unfair. God, it's just as bad as I remember it. Oh, it hurts. It hurts, folks. There's the Virgin logo, because Virgin made this game. I don't remember what else they made. I know there's some other levels or some other games, pardon me, that I remember seeing their logo on. Cyril Moore, it just does this in an emoji. It's a shame because I really like the MCU, but I just don't much care at all anymore for the new stuff since Endgame, really. Yeah, I just think the projects have been more hit or miss and more mediocre. Like, mostly not just anything terrible, just not to the quality it was. I mean, I feel the same way about Pixar. Where I'm just not excited because a project from them comes out. But I love Doctor Strange. I thought it was wonderful. And of course, I'm expecting to loathe the new Thor movie when I get around to it, but hopefully, somehow, I'm pleasantly surprised. I don't expect to be, especially things I've heard about that movie. Nothing specific. I've been really staying away from spoilers, and please nobody spoil anything from that movie for me, but I've had warnings from people that have said don't go see it, which immediately makes me want to. I'm just too curious. I don't want to, but you know what I mean. I get too curious. I will watch it eventually, of course. That goes without saying. Superhero Rewind. And I probably should have gone ahead and knocked out Ragnarok, with that coming out on Superhero Rewind. I had other things kind of on the docket, and just didn't think of it really. But I don't know when I'll get to that now. I'm not in a hurry, certainly. I don't know where to go from here. Is this making anybody else want to throw up? Just asking. I guess I have to go this way. Oh, yes. It's all coming back to me now. I like the Western music in this level. This reminds me of a Bubsy level, particularly with the music. Oh. Okay, I gotta stop for a second. Ugh. Everybody just give me a minute. I gotta pace myself with a thing like this. I'm easily motion sick. I feel like I'm on a long car trip right now. Ah. Ugh. Okay, where do I go from here? Where do we go? I sure hope I'm going the right way right now. Remix, do you think mediocre can sometimes be worse than terrible, though? You can have a lot of fun watching / laughing at a terrible movie, like The Room, but a mediocre one just ends up being forgettable. Yeah, I feel that way as well. The problem with a shared universe, though, is if you have too much bad, you can't build on it. So even if it's fun bad, you can get to a place where it's not salvageable and it's not credible and you can't stay invested in it. So you don't want too much, even so bad it's good material in... especially something that you were previously, you know, kind of buying and taking seriously. Oh, no, 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 no! Ugh. That is not what you want, folks. I'm gonna have to go all the way around, aren't I? Where are we at? 50 minutes? This may be the last level we see, because I don't know how much more of this background I can take. But I will... take the plunge and try to get back to where I was. Hold on. I can't even jump up there. Hang on. I'm trying to just focus on my spot. See, the problem is the jumping, where you're not seeing the ground. That's what really bothers me. Let's see here. Man, I can't believe I did that. See, it's that swimming pool level, but worse, because you've also got the stupid background spinning at you, with just these babies taunting you. Like, I honestly feel like I need to lay down right now. This is worse than I remember it. I was really hoping I'd get in here and be like, I don't know what my problem was before. I don't know if this is weird, if this is worse on a full stomach or an empty stomach. I couldn't tell you. SSGR, you're right. It's not that the new stuff is awful, but it's hard to get excited to see any of it. Yeah. And you don't want it to feel obligatory. You know? You don't want to go, well, I mean, I've gone this far, I guess I better keep watching it. And I definitely have that, you know? But it makes you feel kind of beholden to it. And you don't owe those movies or a big corporation, you know, anything, of course. I guess I gotta go this way. Oh, there we go. Oh! Okay, well that denotes progress. There we go. Okay, I'm gonna take a second. Thanks for chatting with me in the comments today, guys. Really nice to hear from you. Yeah, I got a marker. That's good. And we've got 4 lives. We're in good shape. If I can get past this, I'll keep playing for a while. I kind of figured I would just go for an hour today, but if we're in good shape and my family doesn't need me or nothing, let me just check my phone real quick and make sure I'm in good shape. That was Connor. Hi, Connor. Okay, I gotta land on that. Bubble. Bubbles! Here we go! Bams, yep. Made that. So it'd be nice to know what's coming up here. Bubble, bubble, bubble. Who's got the bubble? Yeah, like, I'm feeling so queasy now. I'm getting, like, warm over this. And, it's hot outside, but I'm in a basement. It's not too bad in this basement. Oh, I've been looking for the cage. Don't you worry. Where do I go? Because I can't make that jump. Oh, I can make that jump. Okay. You can just jump straight up. You can just walk over it? Come on now. Come on now. Yeah, that's good. That's good. That's good. And run and jump. There we go. Some serious platforming here, folks. Remix. Hi there. What do you think it would take for the general audience to get burned out on the MCU? Do you think some signs of that is already happening? Big Week 2 drop for Thor / Miss Marvel low viewership. Yeah, some of that is certainly happening, but I think that there's still enough brand loyalty with Marvel. There's still enough credibility from just the long history of good movies. Just give me a second because I'm feeling funky looking at this level. I'm going to take a break from this. That it wouldn't take too much to win back people, that because I think people have, as you say, lost interest before they're like done with it, you know, where it's like, well, the characters I like, I'll still look at their movies. Or if you brought certain people back, like, you know, if you brought back Captain America, people will be interested again and come back and look. And I'm not saying they're doing that because you know, Evans doesn't seem to want to do that, or thinks that it would potentially be a bad idea. It would have to be just the right thing. But something like that could certainly keep people's interest. I just think they've got to be a little bit choosier and with their projects and take more time with them. They're making too many of the same mistakes that Netflix Marvel made. And the model right now is kind of the model for everything with entertainment, which is it's quantity over quality. It's all about getting out content as much as possible, no matter what it is. And this worked to various degrees of success, but the reason that Marvel got so popular and got people so invested is because you had all of these different franchises that existed in the same world, and it felt real enough to people. It felt like it was all in the same universe, and like these things were all talking to each other, and it was a well-oiled machine. And if people start to feel like they can't trust that, and like there's just, you know, too many cooks in the kitchen and too many different random shows and movies that don't feel as much like they're talking to each other, or there's too many continuity mistakes and that kind of thing, they are going to feel like it's oversaturated, like I already think it is. So yeah, I mean, I think it has to jump the shark in the same kinds of ways that Arrow and Flash did with the CW, or it's got to start getting really insulting to people, to people's intelligence, and that kind of thing, before they'll get burnout to the point where they won't trust anything you do. So, like, I think being, and I'm not saying that they've got to this point yet, but if they make some of the same mistakes CW did with, like, you know, pandering about social things and political stuff and things like that, thinking that they're winning people over, that could lose a significant portion of the audience, I think. That's not the only thing that could do it. Like I said, there's definitely some kind of shark jumping things that you could do if people just start getting way out of character, because that's the other thing that made people not care anymore. Yes! We're done. Finally, I don't have to look at that anymore. God. Did that bother anybody else? I can't even look at it. Tank Gunner. What can Cat play, though? I seem to be. I seem to be able to play at the moment. This title is wrong. SSG Jerry, me too. I skipped Eternals, Doctor Strange 2, and Thor 4, and all the shows except WandaVision so far. Well, once again, I would recommend Doctor Strange 2. I think that gets back to the heights of Phases 2 and 3. But... and everybody's got their own breaking points and things that they don't want to see and don't want to have to put up with, certainly. So, like, I get people that hated Endgame, and I feel your pain to some degree, but I liked enough things about that movie that it was not quite the beginning of the end to me that it has been for some people. Although I really thought that the whole thing needed to take a break after that, and I'm feeling pretty vindicated in saying that at this point. HB Haga, yeah, I got queasy. Yeah, right? I got very queasy, he says. Yeah, sorry for doing that to you. It's not my fault. I didn't program the game. Because I wouldn't have programmed it like that. I also can't program. I'm going to start a new series called Cat Can't Program. You'll just watch me sit around futzing with code for an hour. Today, watch me not know how to do HTML anymore. I used to do a little bit of HTML, but very little. Wonder how far we'll get. I honestly cannot tell you if I've beaten this game. I don't remember. I think I have. I don't even remember if I beat it for the Cool Spot retrospective video that I mentioned earlier that I did in, what, 2015, 2016? When did I make that video? I don't know anything. I don't know anything about my own history. Nothing. I'm Spawn. I got amnesia. I don't know anything. So yeah, once again, we're repeating locales now. But I don't mind this one as much, because I can find my way around a little bit. I think maybe, now that I'm thinking about it, we even go back to the boat. Are we just going backwards and all the rest of the levels will be the locales we played before, but in reverse order? I don't remember. I guess we'll see. I didn't even see that barbed wire there, oops. But yeah, I want to do more platformers, and I want to try some more platformers that I've never tried, particularly from this era. But it can be newer stuff too. If I can find the time to do this in an afternoon every now and again like this, I might start taking some requests for that. Because I like to kind of expand my horizons a little bit, spread my wings, as it were. Like I've been trying to do with more things. I need to get back to animes too. I did one anime review with Death Note, which was a lot of fun, and I think people enjoyed that, and time got away from me, and I just haven't done another one yet. I started watching Cowboy Bebop for that, and I only got a couple episodes in. I gotta get back to that. I was enjoying that, but I didn't have the same thing I did with Death Note, where I just couldn't look away. Whoa! That was close. I didn't get enough spots. This is the first time I've had that happen. See, it's going this... It's saying to go this way. Because I didn't get enough spots. But look, there's one right there, so... I just need one more. The percentage thing is so weird, right? 32%. I mean, yeah, I guess if your percentages are of 100. But we're not really talking about a percent right now. We're just talking about the number I have. I had 30, which is also 30%. Alright. Da-da-da-da-da-da-da. I saved my other nameless spot friend. Does the same guy keep getting kidnapped, or is it just a bunch of different spots? I was not very cool there. I didn't get much of a coolness bonus. That's fair. I'll own that. I'll accept that. Rock and roll, yeah. I was right. We're back to the ship. And I'm pretty sure this one is quite a bit more difficult than the last. Still... Whoa! Yeah, it is, because you can just fall to your death here, which I did not realize. But was that an extra life? No, it was not. Okay. I know this is SS Jerry. I know they wouldn't want to, but I want Marvel movies to be great standalone films again, or at least only have a small group of characters in one film series. Yes, of course, I'd like to see that as well. And to be fair, Eternals was that way. But by and large, they haven't been. And, like, yeah, that is establishing some things that they're planning on doing moving forward, but by and large, that was a real standalone piece that was kind of in its own pocket. Now, whether that's your bag or you like that story or you think it's too convoluted or whatever is a whole other ball of wax, but... Well, let's see, that's just gonna straight up get me hurt there. This is a little gnarly to try to... Wow, I got over that. That's such a narrow ledge to try to stand on. Oh, you know, I was going to try to do... Dang it! I died again. I was going to try to do a video this week showing some pictures from my trip to Universal, and I have not done that. I don't know if I'll get to that, or if I'll just save it for the first Captain Logan show coming back, and maybe do it there. I don't know yet, but I forgot about that. I could have done that today. I just have too much stuff I want to do, you guys. Oh my god, this sucks. Is it smarter to go this way? What did I do before? I don't even remember. I guess it is smarter to go this way. I think that's doable. This is better. Oh, that wasn't as impressive. Thanks. Thanks. I kind of knew that, though. Eternals is definitely underrated, says Remix. No way it is the MCU's worst movie, as it is rated on Rotten Tomatoes. Yeah, I don't understand that, if that's the case. I didn't know that, but yeah, that is strange to me. Don't get me wrong, it's got issues. There is some convoluted nonsense in the mythology in that, but I think it does a great job juggling that cast, and there's some really nice acting in that, and there's some really pretty special effects in that movie. It's a gorgeous movie. And it was just kind of a fresh of breath air, because it's carving out its own tone, and it still feels like it fits in that world, but it didn't feel like a carbon copy of other things they've made. It didn't feel formulaic. And most importantly, it didn't feel like it was made by committee or by an assembly line. But I don't want everything we do on the channel... Oh, you know what? I already have enough spots, so I'm good. I don't want everything on the channel to just be, you know, MCU smack talk and nothing else. I mean, don't get me wrong. I don't pull punches. If we got smack talk to do on the MCU, we can do it. But, you know, there's other things. We gotta be getting close here, right? There's other things like Cool Spot. Yeah. Yet another thing I've considered getting a tattoo for. I swear to God, I'm gonna just be a mural at some point. The rate I'm going, I can't help it. I love them. I'm gonna die, is what's gonna happen. You know, I was really excited that I came into this level with 4 lives, and now I don't have them. Yes! That's exciting. Like the band Styx said, I'm not dead yet. You know what else I'm thinking about doing? I'm thinking about getting back into karate. My son Freddie just started karate a few weeks ago, and he loves it. And I just learned that that dojo does adult classes, and I guess I should have expected that. It's a larger dojo. They've got multiple locations, but it just never occurred to me that some of those places would actually have adult classes. I always think of that as a kid's thing. And I took karate in college. This is just a giant leap of faith right here. And I really miss it, and I always regretted getting out of it. And now I'm thinking, well, goodness, why didn't I just stay in it? And it'd be good motivation to stay in better shape and exercise regularly and eat better and all of that. But also, boy, I just feel scatterbrained and unfocused a lot of the time, and I think that could go a long way to solving some of that for me. I'm hoping I can find the time to do it. And I got a million things I want to do on the channel. I hope I don't have to scale back too much, but I am seriously considering getting into that and seeing just how seriously I might want to take it. I told DJ about that. He was kind of surprised. He's a martial artist himself. His parents are martial artists. He grew up in the dojo scene. Tank Gunner, it looks the same as the 90s show. The new X-Men show. Did they put out a trailer for that? Exciting! I didn't know that. Well, I'll definitely take a look. I've been thinking about having no shame and starting to do more like trailer reaction videos like everybody does. Folks are always asking me to do those. But I don't want to just do what all the other kids are doing. So I've always kind of resisted that. And also, but it might be fun. I don't know. Like, I would make mine a little bit more substantial than some people do, where they just kind of stare at the screen and don't say anything, or they like freak out like they're a Looney Tunes character about every little thing. I wouldn't do that. I mean, if something is that exciting, I mean, I might do that, but I wouldn't. It wouldn't be fake, you know what I mean? I wouldn't be like, I got to pretend like this is the most amazing. I'm not saying everybody's pretending. I think some people just get very easily excited or easily amused. I don't mean to talk out of school or anything. Ooh, I got the bonus level! Cool. You guys are gonna get to see that finally. That's great. I honestly don't know where the cage is. But the other thing is, I get copyright flagged for literally everything. And I shouldn't say literally, but nearly literally everything. And even though you're supposed to be able to use trailers for fair use, I never know what I can get away with and what's going to get blocked. So, and I always like to talk about trailers and things in the Captain Logan show. I cannot get over there. I just can't do it. I can't play, guys. It's in the title. Okay, let me try again. I think maybe the trick is to do it from down here. Yep, there we go. Obviously, I did that before, but I just couldn't remember how I did it. Alright. This is taking forever. I am excited we got the bonus level, though. And, once again, that is pointing this way. I'm not sure where I'm supposed to go. It's got Maisie again, folks. It got Maisie like the girl in Jurassic House, who was a clone until it got retconned. Oh, but spoilers for the worst movie I saw this year. I would hate to ruin that for anyone. What am I supposed to do? Okay. My everything is popping. Alright. We are going in circles here, guys. Hopefully we find it here in a minute. As is Jerry, I'm sick, by the way, so this is nice. Thank you. Well, I hope I didn't make you more sick with the motion sickness nonsense in that last level, or in that other level that we played earlier. But feel better, man. Thanks for spending some time with me. That's cool of you. Didn't I already kill that? Oh, I'm gonna run out of time. I forgot there was a time limit in this game. That's good. It's good. We're all gonna die. Have we been here for 10 minutes? Is it 10 minutes like Sonic? I think maybe it is. Oh, I feel like I'm gonna drown. Like in Sonic. Okay, we're gonna watch him die. Here we go. And I'm dead. Time is up, and he's gonna hit it with a melon. Maybe we'll get to see that bonus level if we can ever get through this level. Oh, 8 minutes. Okay. You get 8 minutes to do it. maybe that's what... Okay, maybe that's the issue. That's a tough jump. Yikes! Come on! Make the jump! You frickin' spot, make the jump. Okay, let's see if I can do sort of a running... I just don't know how to make that jump. Okay, this could take a minute. Hang on. It's gonna take just the right angle, isn't it? Unless there's some other way to get over there, but... Yikes. Okay, I'm gonna try just from the very top. Oh, that did work. Okay, sweet. Did we actually make some progress finally? I guess I'm glad that I died, or I might have never found my way over here. Whoa, everything's coming at me. Here they come. I feel like I'm in Mario Paint right now. Yes! I got through that nonsense, and now you get to see the bonus level. Sweet! That's exciting. And here comes the coolest music in the game. Hey! I got the coolness bonus, which is surprising, considering I died for time. It must have been all the spots I collected. Alright, here we go. Bum 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 bum. I never thought of this before, but I guess it's kind of cool that the spots, just seeing what time it is, are at kind of different tones, so they're not all the exact same sound effect, because that can get tedious. That's a nice touch, I guess. That sound is irritating, though. How'd I do here? 55, 56? It's not bad. It's weird that it does that, because, like, it's a bonus level, so it's always going to do that. I did not get my coolness bonus for that. Surf Patrol, I don't know if this is the last level. Hour 20 minutes. We've played through most of this game, I think. Yeah, it was what I thought. Well, if it had to have repeated motifs, it is, I guess, kind of fun and maybe a little clever that you just did the whole thing in reverse. So you get to a certain place, and then you just backtrack the whole game. But you get new levels of old locales. I guess that's cool. Like I said, I'm going longer than I meant to, so hopefully my family doesn't need me for anything at the moment. See if we can finish this game. I'm sure my wife will send me a message if she needs me to run upstairs for something. She's working from home today, so she's around. One thing I like about this too is that your ostensibly hardest level is in the place where you get kind of complacent because you associate this area with easy. Because you started here and it was easy. As a Jerry Cap, what's your favorite MCU-related show? Includes stuff like Carter and S.H.I.E.L.D. Agent Carter is definitely up there, though. I haven't watched that in a long time, but I loved that show. Particularly the first season. I thought it was wonderful. Beyond that, I guess I'm not sure what my favorite is. I gotta think about it for a minute. I think the most solid of the Disney Plus shows has probably been Hawkeye. Which I didn't review, but I did watch and enjoyed it quite a bit. None of them have quite stuck the landing, but Okay. Now we're gonna play volleyball, I guess. So I don't know which way to go here. More of these leaps of faith, man. You just gotta already know where everything is. And then hope you can time your jumps. See, you don't want things moving while you're in the middle of this nonsense. This is not the kind of difficult that I wanted. Oh, I'm already there. Holy crap, I just gotta come up with an... I only need one? Ah. Okay, sweet. We got it. And we got it. Okay, is that the end? Is that our last level? Da-na-na-na-na-na. WandaVision's probably a close third. I'm sure there's things I'm not thinking of, and I haven't seen everything now. I've seen almost everything. If you can count the Netflix shows, of course, Daredevil Season 1 beats out everything. Look, I got the high score because I got the only score. I don't remember this. Oh, cool. I thought they were rating me and I got a bunch of zeros. Now they're all yawning. Was that a really boring playthrough? That's fun, though. Is that all the ones I saved? Was it that many? That's kind of fun. I guess that explains my question from earlier. I guess that answers that. And there's the credits. Okay, well, I didn't think we were going to play this whole game. I thought we were just going to sample it, but there it is. There's Cool Spot, folks, on the Sega Genesis. Thanks a lot for watching. That's going to be it for me this afternoon on Cap Can't Play, and I lied. I can, because I beat it. It was on easy, though. So, see, I can still say I can't play, because I played it on easy, because I can't play it on other things. I probably wouldn't have beaten it if we were on medium in this sitting, but anyway. Hi, AMC. I was actually just leaving, but it's good to see you, man. Guys, I'm going to go ahead and get going, but I'll see you again for another stream soon, I'm sure. And in the meantime, I hope you guys have a wonderful weekend. See you later, guys. Bye, everybody.